This video is not going to be an easy one for me, but I feel like it's a necessary one. Hey guys, it's your girl, Miss Ryan.
She's ready to fly and spread her wings. She is for the sky. She never quits, telling herself every day, you got this, you got this. No, she's ready to fly.
Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Today, I want to take the time to talk about something that is very, very close to my heart, that weighs heavy on my soul, a topic that is not spoken about enough, which is mental health, suicide, suicide prevention, suicide awareness. My reason for this video is because September is Suicide Awareness Month. The reason this topic means so much to me is because not only am I a suicide attempt survivor, but I have lost somebody very close to me to suicide. So I know very well both sides of suicide, of, being somebody who has suicidal thoughts and being somebody who has also experienced losing somebody to suicide. Because of this, I wanted to open up about my story a little bit, which I don't do too often, but I feel like it is something that I must do because my hope is that my story can touch someone, can reach someone, can help someone to find the encouragement they need, to get the help they need, and to overcome whatever battle they're going through. At the age of 13, I was diagnosed bipolar. Being diagnosed bipolar was very confusing for me. I was only 13 years old. I didn't understand what was going on with my mind versus my body. I felt hopeless, confused, lost, alone, and scared of my own emotions. At the time, I felt like nobody would understand me if I expressed myself to them, because how could anybody understand me if I didn't even understand myself or what was going on with me? Because I didn't talk to anybody at the time, because I felt alone, I turned to self-harm. Some may know about this, some may not. It's not something I feel very comfortable talking about, because there are still days where I haven't quite accepted that this was and is a part of my life. For me, self-harm was my way of expressing myself, of expressing the pain and frustration I had without actually being a burden to anyone else. I felt if I expressed that I didn't feel good mentally, that I would scare others, that they wouldn't get it, that I would upset them. And that's not something I wanted to do. I wanted to be strong on my own. However, I wasn't. What I actually needed was support. So I took my pain out on myself by cutting. I struggled with self-harming from 13 until about 19 years old. It was a long battle. It was a hard battle, but I have overcome. And I'm here to tell you that this is something you can overcome. There were many times where I felt that I was better off dead. That if I ended my life, maybe the pain would go away finally. I'm grateful to this day that my attempt was not successful. Honestly, I thank God that I had a mother who stepped in immediately. As soon as she found out I was struggling with self-harm, as soon as she found out I was contemplating suicide, she stepped in. She took control. She got me a therapist. She put me in a psychiatric hospital. It took 4 times in a hospital for me to finally find ways to cope. But I did, with the help of others, with the help of myself, by choosing myself, by choosing life. What I believe was vital to my survival was the fact that I was finally vocal. When my mother found out I was self-harming, it was a very tough experience for the both of us. I was ashamed, but it was a cry for help. So I was happy she finally knew, because I could take that burden off myself and hopefully get the help I need, which I did. Thank God. She took control and said that she wasn't going to let me go without a fight. But as much as she fought for me, I knew I had to fight for myself. And I think me being vocal about days when I felt very unsafe were very helpful. With her help, with the help of therapists, with the help of the hospital, with the help of medication, with the help of God, I have found a way to make it through. And I believe you can too. Just like I did, you have to choose yourself. You have to fight for your life. You have to speak up for yourself. And I know that's not easy, but the strongest thing you can do is vocalize your hurt to someone, anyone. There are people who will hear you. There are people who will understand you. I understand you. So you are not alone in this. It won't come quick. It won't come easy. But you're worth it. You're worth fighting for. A pivotal moment in my struggle with mental health and my struggle with suicide attempts and suicidal thoughts was when I had to experience the loss of my father. I lost my dad to suicide, and I hurt every day. Some days I understand. Some days I don't. But what I do know is that I have learned that the pain of losing someone who took their own life is so unbearable. The guilt that comes with losing somebody you hoped you could save one day is so hard to take in. However, mental illness is real. And sometimes I feel like if only we talked about it more and we ended the stigma, that people could come out more often about their issues and get the help they need without feeling scared or lost or ashamed or weak. Because you were not weak. You are strong for fighting for you. I could never put anyone through the pain that I have experienced by losing my father to suicide. I no longer want to die. I was in a very, very, very dark place for a long time. But I'm not there anymore. And yes, I have dark days because mental health issues don't just go away. Bipolar just doesn't disappear. But I made a decision to fight for my life. I made a decision to choose me. And because of that, I am still here today. I no longer self-harm. I can say that it's been a very long time since I have self-harmed or had the urge to self-harm. However, my mental health is still a battle every day, and I fight for it. I need you to understand that there are people here for you. There are services here for you. That you are wanted, that you are needed. You have a purpose and you are loved.